If you're over 65 and struggling to get up from your favorite chair, this could be silently stealing your independence. Every time you need to push off the armrests or rock forward twice before standing, your leg muscles are getting weaker. What starts as a minor inconvenience becomes a major mobility crisis. Within months, you could lose the strength to stand up safely at all. The chair that once brought you comfort is now training your body to become dependent on assistance. But here's the truth most people don't realize: this isn't just aging. This is completely preventable, and I'm about to show you exactly how to stop it before it's too late. Your independence depends on what you do next. Today I'll reveal the 3 types of chairs that are weakening your legs, show you 2 simple tests to check your current strength, and give you 3 doctor-recommended seating solutions that can restore your mobility. Plus, I'll share the surprising chair feature that physical therapists say is the biggest game changer for seniors. Here's exactly what we're covering. First, I'll expose the 3 most dangerous chair designs hiding in millions of homes right now, including that expensive recliner you might have just bought. Then, you'll discover 2 quick strength assessments you can do without leaving your seat. These tests will tell you immediately if your current chair is helping or hurting your future mobility. Next, I'll walk you through 3 proven seating alternatives that actually build leg strength while you relax. These aren't expensive medical devices, they're practical solutions that fit any budget and any living room. You'll learn the exact measurements and features to look for when shopping. But here's the most valuable part: I'll reveal the single chair modification that costs under $20 but delivers the same benefits as expensive physical therapy equipment. This simple change has helped thousands of seniors regain their confidence in standing up safely. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to transform your seating situation and protect your independence for years to come. If you're ready to take control of your mobility instead of losing it, hit that like button now and subscribe for more life-changing health tips designed specifically for adults over 65. Your future self will thank you for watching this. The hidden danger in your living room. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth about that comfortable chair you're probably sitting in right now. After age 65, your leg muscles naturally lose about 3% of their strength every single year. But here's what's shocking: the wrong chair can double or even triple that rate of decline. Traditional recliners are the worst offenders. When you sink deep into that plush cushioning, your hip angle becomes so acute that your glute muscles essentially shut off. Your quadriceps, the powerful muscles on the front of your thighs, have to work overtime just to maintain your position. Over time, this creates a devastating cycle. Your strongest leg muscles weaken from underuse while your supporting muscles become chronically fatigued. Soft, low chairs create what researchers call learned helplessness in your muscle memory. Every time you struggle to stand up, your brain starts recruiting compensatory movements. You begin using your arms, rocking forward, or pushing off surfaces. While this seems harmless, you're actually training your legs to become dependent on assistance. Your nervous system literally forgets how to coordinate a smooth, powerful stand-up motion. The sit-to-stand crisis affects 80% of adults over 70, yet most people don't recognize it until it's advanced. Here's how it progresses. Stage 1, you occasionally need to use your hands for leverage. Stage 2, you consistently push off armrests or lean forward multiple times. Stage 3, you require assistance from another person or can't rise from certain chairs at all. Stage 4, you avoid sitting in unfamiliar seating because you're not confident you can get up safely. The medical community calls this functional decline, but I call it preventable weakness. Your chair choice directly impacts whether you maintain independence or gradually lose it. Deep, soft seating forces your muscles into positions where they can't generate optimal power. When your knees are higher than your hips, your strongest leg muscles operate at a severe mechanical disadvantage. But here's what furniture stores never tell you when they're selling you that comfortable recliner for your golden years: comfort and strength are often opposites when it comes to seating. The chairs marketed as senior-friendly frequently feature exactly the design elements that accelerate muscle weakness: excessive cushioning, low seat heights, and deep recline angles. The billion-dollar furniture industry profits from selling you seating that feels good initially but undermines your long-term mobility. Sales representatives emphasize immediate comfort over functional health outcomes. They'll demonstrate how easily you sink into the cushions, but they'll never mention how difficult it becomes to rise after months of use. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that seniors who use firm, properly heightened seating maintain 40% more leg strength over 5 years compared to those using traditional soft furniture. Yet this critical information rarely reaches consumers because there's no profit motive in selling you a chair that lasts decades and maintains your independence. Your living room furniture is either building your strength or stealing it. There's no neutral ground after 65. The leg strength reality check right now. We're going to discover exactly where your leg strength stands with 2 simple tests that reveal more about your future mobility than any expensive medical examination. These assessments will tell you immediately whether your current seating is helping or hurting your independence. Test number 1 is called the 5 times sit to stand test. Here's how it works. Sit in your regular chair with your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Cross your arms over your chest, no using your hands for assistance. Now stand up completely, then sit back down. Repeat this 5 times as quickly as you can while maintaining good form. Time yourself from the moment you start standing the first time until you're fully seated after the 5th repetition. If you completed all 5 repetitions in under 12 seconds, your leg strength is excellent for your age group. Between 12 and 16 seconds indicates good functional strength with room for improvement. Taking 16 to 20 seconds suggests moderate weakness that needs attention. Anything over 20 seconds or inability to complete all 5 repetitions without using your hands signals significant strength loss that requires immediate intervention. Test number 2 reveals your balance and coordination during the most critical phase of standing. This is the single chair rise assessment. From your seated position, place your feet flat on the floor. Without using your hands, arms, or rocking motion, rise to a full standing position in one smooth movement. Hold that standing position for 3 seconds without wavering. If you accomplish this easily with steady balance, your neuromuscular coordination is functioning well. If you needed to rock forward, push with your hands, or felt unsteady upon standing, your chair is likely contributing to functional decline. If you couldn't rise at all without assistance, you're experiencing advanced weakness that needs urgent attention. Now let's examine the warning signs that your favorite chair is working against you. First warning, you automatically reach for the armrests every time you stand, even when you're not tired. This indicates your brain is already adapted to weakness by creating compensatory movement patterns. Second warning, you find yourself scooting forward to the edge of the seat before attempting to stand. This suggests your chair's depth and angle make it impossible to rise from a normal seated position. Third warning, you feel the need to rock or build momentum before standing. This compensatory behavior develops when your legs can't generate enough power from a static position. Fourth warning, you avoid certain chairs in restaurants, waiting rooms, or friends' homes because you're not confident about getting up. This avoidance behavior indicates advanced functional limitations. Fifth warning, you've noticed that standing up takes noticeably longer than it used to, or you sometimes feel dizzy or unsteady immediately after rising. This next part shocked even me as a researcher when I first discovered it during my studies on aging and mobility. The average senior loses the ability to rise from a standard chair completely within just 18 months of developing compensatory movement patterns. Once your brain starts relying on arms, rocking, or momentum to stand up, the deterioration accelerates exponentially. What's even more surprising is that this decline isn't directly related to overall fitness or health status. I've seen marathon runners in their 70s who couldn't rise from their home recliner without assistance, while sedentary seniors with firm, properly sized chairs maintained excellent functional strength. The chair itself becomes the determining factor in maintaining or losing independence. The most shocking discovery was that most people fail these simple tests not because of age-related weakness, but because of furniture-induced functional decline. Your body adapts to whatever challenge you present it with daily. Present it with a chair that requires minimal effort, and your muscles will adapt by becoming weaker. Present it with appropriate challenge, and your strength will be maintained or even improved. Chair option number 1, the firm support solution. The first and most transformative solution is what physical therapists call optimal resistance seating, but I simply call it the firm support chair. This isn't about punishment or discomfort, it's about giving your muscles the right amount of challenge to maintain their strength and coordination. Here are the exact specifications that make all the difference. Your seat height should measure between 17 and 19 inches from the floor. This puts your knees at a 90-degree angle or slightly less when seated, which allows your strongest leg muscles to operate at peak efficiency. When your feet are flat on the floor and your thighs are parallel or slightly declining, your quadriceps and glutes can generate maximum power for standing. The seat depth is equally critical. Measure 16 to 18 inches from the back of your knees to the chair back when you're seated normally. This prevents you from sinking too deeply while ensuring proper lumbar support. Your back should maintain contact with the chair back without having to lean backward to reach it. Firmness requires what I call the compression test. When you sit down, the cushion should compress no more than 2 inches under your weight. This provides comfort while maintaining the support structure your muscles need. Think of it as the difference between standing on solid ground versus trying to stand up from quicksand. Your muscles need a stable platform to push against. The armrest height should align with your elbows when your arms hang naturally at your sides. This allows you to use them for balance if needed without creating dependence. Armrests that are too high force you to hunch your shoulders, too low and they become useless for support. Let me share Vernon's remarkable transformation. At 69, this retired mechanic couldn't get out of his beloved leather recliner without rocking forward 3 times and pushing off with both hands. His wife was becoming concerned about his increasing frailty, and Vernon was frustrated by his declining independence. Vernon's turning point came when he replaced his deep, soft recliner with a firm cushioned chair that met these exact specifications. The first week was admittedly uncomfortable. He complained that the new chair felt hard as a rock. But by week 2, something remarkable happened. Vernon noticed he could stand up without the usual struggle. By week 4, Vernon was rising smoothly without using his hands at all. The most dramatic change came in week 6 when Vernon's daughter visited and was amazed to see her father spring up from his chair to answer the door, something he hadn't done effortlessly in over 2 years. Vernon's leg strength had improved so significantly that he started taking daily walks again, something he'd given up months earlier. Most people get this measurement completely wrong when they shop for senior-friendly furniture. They assume comfort equals health, so they gravitate toward the softest, deepest chairs they can find. Furniture salespeople encourage this misconception because plush seating feels luxurious in the showroom. The critical error is measuring comfort by initial impression rather than functional outcome. A chair that feels wonderfully comfortable for the first 10 minutes can become a mobility trap over months of use. Your body needs appropriate challenge to maintain strength, and the right chair provides exactly that challenge in the most basic daily activity, standing up. What most people don't realize is that firmness doesn't mean discomfort when the proportions are correct. Vernon describes his new chair as supportive rather than hard. The key is finding the sweet spot where your muscles work appropriately without strain, and your joints maintain proper alignment without excessive pressure. This solution works because it addresses the root cause rather than the symptoms. Instead of accommodating weakness, it prevents weakness from developing. Instead of making standing easier in the short term, it maintains the strength you need for long-term independence. Your chair becomes a daily strength training tool disguised as comfortable furniture. Chair option number 2, the assisted rise chair. Sometimes the firm support solution isn't enough, and that's perfectly okay. There comes a point where assisted rise chairs become not just helpful, but essential for maintaining your independence and safety. Recognizing when you need this support isn't admitting defeat, it's making a smart choice that keeps you active and engaged in your own home. Lift chairs become necessary when you've lost significant leg strength due to surgery recovery, chronic conditions like arthritis or heart disease, or when balance issues make unassisted standing risky. If you've fallen while trying to get up from a chair, or if family members are regularly helping you stand, it's time to consider this option seriously. The key indicator is safety, not pride. When standing up becomes unpredictable or requires multiple attempts, you're at risk for dangerous falls. Quality lift chair eliminates this risk while preserving your ability to sit independently in your favorite spot. Many people wait too long to make this transition, which often leads to injuries that could have been prevented. There are 3 main types of lift mechanisms, and understanding the differences can save you thousands of dollars. Single motor chairs lift the entire seat and back together in one motion. These are the most affordable but provide less customization for your comfort needs. Dual motor chairs operate the backrest and footrest independently, allowing you to find your perfect position for watching television, reading, or napping. Triple motor chairs add independent lumbar support adjustment, which becomes crucial if you have lower back issues. However, don't let salespeople convince you that more motors automatically mean better quality. The motor strength and durability matter far more than the quantity of motors. The lifting capacity should exceed your weight by at least 50 pounds to ensure smooth, reliable operation over time. Most quality chairs handle 300 to 375 pounds safely, but verify this specification before purchasing. Cheaper models often fail prematurely because they're operating at maximum capacity from day one. Here's the feature that makes all the difference, and most people completely overlook it when shopping: the lifting speed and smoothness control. Premium chairs offer variable speed settings that prevent the jarring, mechanical feeling of cheaper models. The lift should take 15 to 20 seconds for a complete cycle, fast enough to be practical, slow enough to feel controlled and safe. The positioning options separate good chairs from great ones. Look for infinite positioning rather than preset stops. Your ideal sitting angle for television viewing differs from your preferred position for reading or conversation. Chairs with only 3 or 4 preset positions become frustrating limitations over time. Battery backup systems are non-negotiable safety features, not expensive add-ons. Power outages shouldn't trap you in your chair or prevent you from sitting down safely. Quality backup systems provide enough power for several complete lift cycles and recharge automatically when power returns. Fabric choice impacts both durability and hygiene. Leather and vinyl clean easily but can become uncomfortably warm. Quality fabric blends resist stains while remaining breathable. Avoid chairs with non-removable cushion covers. Accidents happen, and you'll want cleaning options. The expensive gimmicks to avoid include built-in massagers, heating elements, and cup holders. These features add cost and complexity while providing minimal benefit. Massage motors are typically weak and break frequently. Heating elements increase fire risk and energy consumption unnecessarily. Remote control design matters more than you'd expect. Large, clearly labeled buttons with good tactile feedback prevent frustration. Backlit displays help during evening use. Avoid remotes with tiny buttons or complex programming requirements. Professional delivery and setup aren't optional services, they're necessities. These chairs weigh 150 to 200 pounds and require proper electrical connections. Attempting DIY setup voids warranties and creates safety risks. Quality retailers include professional installation and basic operation training. The investment range for reliable lift chairs spans $800 to $2,500, with most excellent options falling between $1,200 and $1,800. Spending less usually means sacrificing durability or essential safety features. Spending more often pays for unnecessary complexity rather than improved function. This isn't about giving up your independence, it's about maintaining it safely and comfortably for years to come. Chair option number 3, the active sitting alternative. The third option represents a completely different philosophy. Instead of accommodating age-related weakness, you actively fight it with every moment you sit. Active sitting alternatives transform your relaxation time into gentle, continuous strength training that builds the exact muscles you need for stability and independence. Exercise ball chairs work by eliminating the passive support your body typically relies on. When you sit on an unstable surface, your core muscles, deep back stabilizers, and leg muscles must constantly make tiny adjustments to maintain your balance. This continuous micro-engagement strengthens your entire postural system without conscious effort. The modern versions designed for seniors are far more practical than basic exercise balls. Quality active sitting chairs feature a stable base that prevents rolling, adjustable height mechanisms, and optional back support for when you need it. Some models include resistance bands integrated into the design for upper body strengthening while seated. Stability seats with wobble cushions provide a gentler introduction to active sitting. These look like regular chairs but incorporate a slightly unstable seat surface that challenges your balance just enough to engage your core muscles. The instability is subtle, enough to provide benefit without causing fatigue or discomfort. Balance disc chairs use inflatable cushions that can be adjusted for different levels of challenge. Start with minimal air for gentle instability, then gradually increase the challenge as your strength improves. This progressive approach allows your body to adapt safely while building confidence in your balance abilities. The core strength benefits are remarkable for maintaining independence. Strong core muscles provide the foundation for safe movement in all directions. When you have good core stability, getting up from chairs becomes easier, walking feels more confident, and your risk of falls decreases significantly. However, this option isn't appropriate for everyone, and knowing the contraindications could prevent injury or frustration. If you have severe arthritis in your spine, recent back surgery, or chronic pain conditions, active sitting may exacerbate your symptoms rather than help them. Balance disorders, inner ear problems, or medications that cause dizziness make active sitting potentially dangerous. If you've experienced recent falls or have been advised by your doctor to avoid balance challenges, stick with stable seating options until your condition improves. Cognitive impairment can make active sitting inadvisable because it requires constant attention to maintain proper positioning. If you have trouble remembering safety instructions or tend to become confused about your surroundings, traditional supportive seating is safer. Recent hip or knee replacement surgery requires clearance from your orthopedic surgeon before attempting any form of active sitting. The healing tissues need stable support, and premature challenge could compromise your recovery. The adaptation period requires patience and realistic expectations. Start with just 15 to 20 minutes daily, gradually increasing as your endurance improves. Many people experience mild muscle soreness initially. This is normal and indicates your stabilizing muscles are working harder than usual. Signs you should reduce the challenge include persistent fatigue, increased joint pain, or feeling unsteady when you stand up. Active sitting should energize you, not exhaust you. If you feel more tired after sitting than before, you're overdoing the challenge level. But before you rush to buy anything, understand that active sitting requires a fundamental shift in how you think about rest and relaxation. This isn't passive recovery time, it's gentle, continuous engagement that some people find mentally tiring along with the physical challenge. The mental adjustment often proves more difficult than the physical one. Many seniors associate sitting with complete relaxation and find the constant engagement stressful rather than beneficial. If you prefer your sitting time to be truly restful, active seating may not align with your lifestyle preferences. Quality matters enormously in this category because poor design can cause more harm than benefit. Cheap exercise ball chairs often lack proper stability features, leading to falls or injuries. Inferior materials deflate unpredictably, creating sudden instability that can cause dangerous reactions. Professional guidance helps optimize your experience and prevent problems. Physical therapists can assess whether active sitting suits your specific condition and recommend appropriate challenge levels. Occupational therapists can suggest modifications to make the transition easier and safer. The investment in active sitting pays dividends in improved strength, better posture, and enhanced confidence in your balance abilities, but only if you choose the right option for your individual needs and capabilities. The daily habits that matter more. Here's the truth that surprises most people. your chair choice matters less than what you do while sitting in it. The simple habits you perform throughout the day have more impact on your leg strength and mobility than any expensive furniture purchase. Chair-based exercises don't require special equipment or dedicated workout time. These movements integrate seamlessly into your regular activities while watching television, reading, or chatting with family. The key is consistency, not intensity. The ankle pump exercise strengthens your calves and improves circulation. Simply flex your feet up and down while seated, pointing your toes toward your shins, then extending them away. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions every hour. This simple movement prevents blood pooling and maintains the muscle tone essential for balance. Seated marching engages your hip flexors and core muscles. Lift one knee slightly off the chair seat, hold for 3 seconds, then lower it slowly. Alternate legs for 10 repetitions each. This exercise mimics the muscle activation pattern needed for walking and stair climbing. The sit-to-stand practice transforms your biggest daily challenge into strength training. Every time you need to get up, pause halfway through the motion and hold that position for 3 seconds before completing the stand. This partial squat position builds exactly the muscle strength you need most. Let me tell you about Louise's transformation using the every commercial break rule. At 74, Louise spent most evenings watching her favorite programs but noticed increasing difficulty getting up for bedtime. Instead of viewing television as sedentary time, she turned commercial breaks into mini exercise sessions. During each commercial break, Louise performed 3 simple movements, 5 ankle pumps, 5 seated marches, and 1 careful sit-to-stand practice. Commercial breaks provided perfect timing, frequent enough to be effective, short enough to avoid fatigue. The total exercise time per evening was less than 10 minutes. Within 3 weeks, Louise noticed she could rise from her chair more easily. By week 6, she was getting up smoothly without thinking about it. The most remarkable change came when Louise realized she'd stopped dreading the walk upstairs to bed. Her improved leg strength had restored her confidence in navigation throughout her home. The genius of Louise's approach was consistency without overwhelm. She didn't attempt dramatic lifestyle changes or commit to time-consuming routines. Instead, she used existing habits as exercise triggers, making the new behaviors automatic and sustainable. The most important tip is coming right now, and it's something most fitness experts overlook when working with seniors. The transition from sitting to standing is the single most important movement pattern to practice daily. Every repetition you perform correctly strengthens the exact muscle sequence you need for independence. Make every stand-up intentional rather than automatic. Before rising, take a breath and engage your core muscles. Place your feet firmly on the floor, lean slightly forward, and push through your heels as you stand. Hold the standing position for 2 seconds before walking away. This mindful approach to standing transforms dozens of daily transitions into strength-building opportunities. Whether you're getting up to answer the phone, use the bathroom, or prepare meals, each movement becomes purposeful exercise that compounds throughout the day. The compound effect of these small habits creates remarkable results over time. Louise's experience isn't unique. Thousands of seniors have discovered that consistent, simple movements produce more functional improvement than sporadic, intense exercise sessions. Let's quickly recap your 3 chair solutions so you can choose the right path forward. Option 1, the firm support chair with proper height and cushioning, works best if you still have good baseline strength but want to prevent decline. Option 2, assisted rise chairs, becomes essential when safety is a concern or significant strength loss has already occurred. Option 3, active sitting alternatives, suits those ready to actively build strength while relaxing. Remember, that daily habits matter more than any furniture choice. Those simple chair-based exercises and mindful standing practices will transform your mobility faster than any expensive purchase. I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me what's your biggest challenge getting up from chairs? Is it the initial push off, maintaining balance, or something else entirely? Your experiences help other viewers realize they're not alone in facing these challenges. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss this critical information that could be affecting your mobility right now.